Hi everyone, welcome to week 4's online session. Although we've spent our second class of the week discussing learning styles, I want to return to our discussion of locus of control from earlier in the week. Locus of control, if you recall, is the degree to which a person feels like they have control over their own lives, or to put it more dramatically, their destinies. A person with an internal locus of control sees his or herself as the primary catalyst for success or failure. They believe that if they work hard enough, they will meet their goals. They also recognize the significance of their own actions when they fail to meet their goals. Likewise, people with an external locus of control feel like their success or failure is mostly dependent on outside forces, things like luck or other people. Someone with an external locus of control might view studying as pointless, a way to put off inevitable failure. When someone with an external LOC does succeed, they tend to attribute their success to luck rather than hard work. As we discussed in class, people with external LOCs aren't bad people, or in some cases, even bad students. They just have to work a little hard to get out of such a negative frame of mind. Realistically, most of us fall in the middle of this spectrum. After all, there are certainly things in life that we can't control. However, we should all strive to internalize our LOCs to the best of our abilities. When you feel yourself starting to blame outside forces, especially things like luck or fate, acknowledge your feelings and mindfully try to self-correct. However, even those with internal LOCs can suffer depending on where their motivation comes from. In an academic context, your motivation is your reasons for learning. More specifically, your reasons for attending Mitchell and or continuing on with your education wherever you choose to do so. None of you are required by law to be here. You're here by choice. You devote 2 hours a week to come to this specific class and even more hours to complete your outside assignments and online sessions. You all have some sort of motivation for being here. As you might have guessed, motivation and locus of control are highly interrelated. Our motivation provides reasons for our goals, while our LOC determines how we perceive whether or not we can accomplish them. Just like with your LOC, motivations can be internal or intrinsic or external or extrinsic. Students who have strong internal motivations provide their own reasons for accomplishing their goals. While I recognize the importance of external rewards, such as grades or scholarships or awards, they see learning as valuable in and of itself. In the classroom, students with high internal motivations still work hard on assignments, even when they know that the assignment will simply be graded based on completion or participation. They will continue to study and review challenging material even when they don't have a test on the immediate horizon. Let's say a student is taking math that is required for her degree. Her instructor assigns weekly bookwork that won't be taken up for a grade, but is recommended for additional practice. Obviously, the student will want to do well because she needs to pass the class to graduate. If the student has internal motivation, however, she will complete the additional work assigned to reinforce the skills she is trying to develop. This will help the student to understand the concepts and topics within the course content, and as a result, she will later do better on quizzes and tests. Students with this mindset have motivation that originates within themselves. They motivate themselves to learn the material and do essential assignments with no immediate external rewards, like a grade. In contrast, students who have strong external motivations need measurable reasons, such as grades, to accomplish their goals. In addition to grades, external rewards might include your parents' approval, a degree, or even a career. Let's go back to our first example. A different student, one with external motivation, is in the same math class that is required for his degree. The instructor assigns the same weekly bookwork that will not be taken up for a grade. Yes, he still wants to pass the class because he wants to graduate, but there are a few differences. This student is not likely to do the extra assignments because there is no specific reward for doing so, like a grade. The student is not likely to see or acknowledge that the extra effort will help him learn the material. However, he will put in effort for homework assignments that are graded because there is a direct reward. Now let's be clear. External motivations are certainly not bad. Chances are everyone here is externally motivated by something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be shelling out your hard-earned cash to attend school. However, students who are only motivated by external rewards are going to find it difficult to overcome adversity, both in school and in their professional lives. Internal motivation is what helps you rebound after a bad test grade or even a failed class. When you fail to see the value of learning in and of itself, you will find it difficult to recover from academic setbacks. After those external rewards are taken away, you might no longer see the value in soldiering on. As many of my older students can attest, internal motivation increases with age. No longer worried about meeting the external expectations of parents or other authority figures, older students often seek out chances to learn based on the intrinsic value of the experience itself. Likewise, younger students tend to be externally motivated, at least partially. After all, many of you might be here not because of your own desires and expectations, but because of your parents' wishes or demands. Such circumstances are not uncommon amongst traditional college students. In the next part of the lesson, you will take an assessment designed to identify your source of motivation, and you will reflect on your results on the discussion board.